am just popping in here. I'm going to share with you guys a recipe that I did yesterday. It is from, and I'm actually doing dinner tonight in it as well. It is from this book here. It's not mirroring it. It's called Against the Grain. So it is Danielle Walker. She is an author. It's gluten-free, dairy-free, all kinds of other stuff free. But really, really yummy recipes. And so I made a dinner yesterday. Anyway, I made this yummy, yummy recipe from that book. And I called for full chicken thighs, I think. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I got a really good deal on thighs attached to chicken backs. Now, I had never cooked chicken backs. Like, it wasn't something that I really knew about. So I actually removed them. And anyway, so I cut up the backs. And what I ended up doing was I set them aside. I put them into a container last night and I'm going to use them today. So I knew I was going to make some chicken stock. I don't know when I'm going to use the actual chicken stock. Maybe it'll become dinner for tomorrow night because I already have dinner for tonight's planned. I'm going to make some pineapple beef kebabs out of the exact same book because it just sounded good and it wasn't raining last night when I planned. Anyway, I wanted to walk you through the process of how I make my chicken broth. It's really, really simple. Right now I have the multi-cooker out and I have chopped up, I'll show you. I have chopped up a carrot because I had one left, a full onion, a bunch of things of broccoli. I've thrown in 2 full cloves of garlic. I did kind of press them a little bit just to get the skin off, and I added some salt and pepper. So over here, this is the chicken backs that came from that deal that I got. I got them really, really cheap, and all I did was I froze them. So I'm just gonna pop this in, okay? Just put them in there. I'm probably not gonna use any, I don't know if I'll use the meat, we'll see. And this is what I do. I've got knives in there. They need to get washed. I literally just fill this guy up with a bunch of water, okay? Let me see, where's the fill line? I'm searching for the fill line. There it is. Okay, you can see here, like it says max over here, okay? So I'm just gonna fill that up with some water. Okay, if you wanted to, you could add other stuff to it. I'm gonna pop that in here into my multi-cooker. And I've got 3 bay leaves, well, 2.5 kind of, and I'm just popping them in. Literally, that's it. Lock it. Okay, and now I'm going to put it on to soup. So with the multi-cooker, guys, it actually beeps, but you can see here, I've turned the beep off because I don't like noise. So there is like a whole section on how to do that. So now it's sitting on soup. I'm gonna press and it's gonna flash and it's gonna ask me. I'm gonna increase it to 40 minutes. I don't know why, but I just feel. And I'm just gonna hold it and it's gonna go to run. And there, that's it. So in 40 minutes, plus the time that it takes for it to pressurize, I'm gonna have some chicken soup made, or chicken stock made, okay? So this is an awesome opportunity for you if you can get things that are on sale. Actually, which reminds me, you know what? I'm actually gonna cancel this. This is probably weird, but last night we had a little bit of leftovers. Just trying to remember where they were. They're in my fridge. There they are. I had a bit of leftovers from dinner last night. And what it was is I don't like eating meat off the bone. I know, princess, I get it. And Sean knows that about me. And so I just had him take the bones off and, oh, it didn't flip around. And there they are, they're cooked. It is what it is. It's not pretty. Let me get the things. I'm gonna add those into there too. I know the chicken is cooked on them. I don't care, that's fine. That's just gonna add some more. I'm literally just putting the bones and making a mess. Oh, life. Here we go. I'm just gonna literally pop them in there. I know they're already cooked, but it'll cook the bone down a little bit more. And I'm gonna repeat the process. So for those of you that just joined in, I know a bunch of people just joined in. Oops. Putting the lid on here. It's still flashing on soup. It's at high pressure. There's no delay, but I could turn this to make it delay. Like if I didn't want this to happen until like 4 o'clock, I could do that and it will automatically go to keep warm. It doesn't have to keep warm, but it's there. I'm just going to go like that and it's going to go to run. So there. Now I've used the extra chicken that I had. I've used the bones that I had that weren't going to get used because they got picked off. And so this is the opportunity. If you can get like really good deals on meat and you want to make your own broth, this is a super easy way. The other thing that you can do is depending on your comfort level with your vegetables. So the way that I think is that if you're going to put skins, like if I had the onion skins or the celery stuff or leftovers from any kind of vegetable, I personally, if I had bought them all organic, I would throw those in there as well. I'm not of the mindset to put in just normal stuff, like things out of the grocery store that probably have lots of pesticides and stuff sprayed on them. But if I did have a bunch of organic, then I would just save all the skins. I would save all the cuttings, put them into a bag, throw them in the freezer. And then when I'm going to do stock, I would throw it all into there as well. So you don't have to like cut up onions fresh, cut up celery or carrots. You could just use your scraps to add some more flavor. If I wanted to, you could add in other kinds of flavor, like you could add in some thyme or oregano or whatever you want, like whatever you feel like adding. But that's how I do my chicken stock, and it's really easy. It's really simple. It's nice to not have a ton of waste. Everything's getting used. So there you go. And then what I will do while I think of it is when it's done, I will take out the fine mesh strainer. Now I know it's out of the catalog while I think of it. It's out of the catalog, but I think it actually just got added to the outlet. I think it's available again. So if this is something that you're interested in doing, I love, love, love the fine mesh strainer for it because it gets out all those little itty bitty gunky gross things that like, make me like kind of gag a bit. But it takes them all out and then you get this perfectly clear, clean, beautiful broth. So I am here to strain out the chicken stock. So what I love to do is I take the biggest stainless steel bowl that I have, right? This guy is 24 cups. It's a huge capacity. This is the strainer that I was talking about. This is the one that when it came out, I literally I actually jumped. I don't know if I jumped, but I know I screamed and I was like, yes! Because I was so excited to have a fine strainer. We didn't have a strainer at the time. And when they discontinued this, I was really sad because I was like, what the heck, man? Like, this is such a good strainer. But this is the one that is on the outlet that I was raving to you about. So we can add it onto a bulk order or you can direct ship it to you. So here's all the contents of the soup, or the stock, I should say. I literally, this is all I do, guys. Nothing fancy. Nothing hard. So there's still actually a couple of the chicken backs in there. All I do, that's all I do, empty it out, okay? And you can see it's gonna strain it. Now, I don't like to touch that stuff. Sean is more of the person that will pick through it and all that kind of stuff, but no, not for me. It's just not. So I just kind of this is pretty basic, but I just thought I would show you because it does make a difference when the strainer is really, really fine. Because when you do stuff like this, when you have meat, you end up getting little tiny fine particles, and I don't like that. Which is why I love just having, this strainer. So, if Sean, he just came in the door, if Sean really wanted to pick through this, he could. Like I said, this was meat that I got at a really great sale. There's actually a decent amount. Okay, so here, I'm gonna, just for you guys, let me see here. I'm just gonna pull out, my kids are running back and forth outside. They're playing some kind of game. So the door keeps going open and closing. Okay, so there is there is actual meat here that could be pulled out. So I'm not gonna pick through it. but maybe Sean can. That is so princess of me, but truly, there's quite a bit. Yeah, see, I don't use the bow me either. See, Angela, I'm not the only one. But I am gonna tilt you down here, and I want you to, I'm just gonna move this closer, and then I'm gonna tilt you guys so you can see how fine it is. Okay, so check it out. Like, it is clear. Obviously, it's got some color to it, and there is some fat because I used chicken backs, right? So as soon as you start getting into dark meat, there's more fat in it. So once this guy will cool down, I will put it into either containers, depending on what we're having for dinner tomorrow. Usually what I do is I will put it into, oh, turkey broth, yum. So I'll put it into a Ziploc bag or 2 Ziploc bags. And then I take this guy out, which is our half sheet pan. It's the biggest sheet pan that we have. And I can put 2 Ziploc bags on either side. I put them into the freezer and I freeze them. So when they freeze nice and flat like that, it makes storing way easier. And so, well, sorry, actually, 2 things on that. It makes storing them really, really easy, right? Because they're flat. They're like nice and skinny. So you can put them up this way and then into your freezer that way, or flat, however you wish. But the other thing is they thaw fast because you've distributed the surface area, so it's like the highest actually amount of surface area that you can get on it. They will thaw really, really fast. And so if in a pinch you need some broth, it's super fast to do that. Anyway, I just thought I would show you because it does come out so clear and fantastic. And guys, like this guy, these are like, it's full of goodness in here, right? Like this is all the collagen and the vitamins and all kinds of yummy goodness that you can get from using your leftovers, and you're not creating a ton of waste. Anyway,